And so, how did you figure out what to build using AI, and how effective were you at building it?
So I just started small, and how I went about it, because again, this was using it in a corporate structure, was I would basically think about what is a small piece of a tool that I could like, or an action that I could like automate, and use AI to kind of transform the data. And so it would basically, I have like a very bare bones like note taking application which will like just summarize it and summarize the meeting, and then I can round up all of the other meetings and get context and search for different contexts across different meetings, and have PRDs spit out from that, or have stories spit out from that. And like how I did this was basically like, I mean, it's nothing like super complicated, but because I had this corporate kind of structure, I had a Python based like application which connected to our internal LLM, and then I
Hmm.
would use Perplexity to ask it questions, and copy the code directly in, but all the API keys were in a separate file. So I was able to like just basically copy everything in. It's very very slow, but pretty effective at kind of learning how to actually build this and understand how the code was working. So I was like learning at the same, like relearning how to code at the same time.
And what were the biggest learnings or surprises through that process?
I think it was the biggest one was when you realize that you could like ask it to debug itself, and like it seems common knowledge now, but like you just spit it back and be like, hey, I got this error, can you help me through this? And it's like, oh yeah, like I made this mistake, and like because it has the context window, it has like the memory in there, it knows the code, and it can go back and give you the entire code back. And then you just copy and paste that and bring it over. So I think that, like, that was one of the aha moments that like I changed from like when I was learning that like, oh, it could code, to like, oh, it can like actually be like a whole development team that's helping you out. And I don't mean that as in like this will replace developers. I mean that this will help you and kind of augment what you do in development and how do you test.